That's a loaded question. Typically, if it's a specific email to a group of people that have already opted in, you're going to want to have somewhere between 5 and 15%. I've seen some people say 2% is good. I definitely don't believe in that. And I've seen some people say 20% is a good open rate. But if you can get at least 1 out of 10 people to open your email, know that the truth is that 2 or 3 people are probably opening it, because the open rate is only the people who actually opt for the images in an email. So when you send an email, you've probably experienced this where there's little X's until you click on something at the top of your email program to enable the images. Well, that's how the open rate is measured, is how many people enable the images. Okay, so keep in mind each time that you're looking at your email rates, add a little bit to that, because some people won't enable the images and they'll read the text. Okay, so here's the next one. So how do you keep the stream of dozens of customized emails to new clients? How do you keep it up to date? Example, new content for every segment of new customer. Great question. I won't jump to the actual product itself, but inside the product, each stream of emails is kept under a folder. So you can see the list of people that you developed. For example, people who came in, bought a drop-in pass, their main interest was weight loss, and they heard of you through a referral, just for example. You'll be able to see all the emails that are programmed to go to that group and when they're going. And anytime you want, you can open up and change the content within them. So regularly, I would recommend, like maybe once every 3 months, you can update the content within the emails. Do it seasonal at least. I mean, if your special offer is talking about Valentine's Day and it's in July, come on guys, right? So think of it as like, it's just like a foldering system, like a group of documents, but it's stored in the system and it's organized under who they're going to. It's retardedly easy to use. How to bring in Groupon students into our student group. Okay, so I'm going to guess that what you mean by that question is, how do we convert the Groupon people into regular students? That's essentially the same thing what we were talking about with drop-ins, okay? With Groupon people, you know that they're after a deal, so that's the first thing to recognize. They are after a deal. That's what made them respond in the first place. I would highly recommend, if you do have a partnership with Groupon and you're about to run another special with them, be sure under the terms and conditions of your Groupon offer that it's a 90-minute yoga class or it's a 75-minute yoga class, not 60, so that way you're pre-framing them for a 10 to 15-minute post-class interview. The goal is to get to know them. Their goal is to get a good deal. So yes, they want a good deal if it's just another monotonous yoga class, but let's say they come down to that yoga class and you're the teacher, and after the class, either you or one of your staff members gives them personal attention for 10 minutes, talks about their goal setting. Why would yoga be good for them? What are the things that they want to see happen in their life in the next little bit? Be that kind of life counselor, because you already are. I'm sure you already get asked a lot of questions that are far outside the arena of what you teach. Provide that level of personal attention, and from there, offer, or I like to use the word prescribe, a future membership that is 100% tailored to the conversation you just had with them. So all I'm saying is approach them just like you would a drop-in student, but add a little bit more personal touch and extend that post-class interview. If your Groupons are coming in and leaving, I mean, you're going to get some quick cash. Maybe you'll get some referrals out of it, but essentially all you've done is just undersold yourself, all right? The point of a Groupon or any loss leader is to sell something after that, okay? And if you're not a salesperson by trade, just be someone who introduces the benefits of what you do. Okay, don't sell, introduce. But the only way to introduce things is to get to know the person you're introducing them to. Okay, next up. If you have a blog on your website with content you're updating, etc., would you still recommend sending new clients to Facebook discussions? Great question. I would. I think it would be a good idea. The reason why is because Facebook is most likely a bigger search engine than your blog, and more people are going to Facebook than your blog. But with that being said, I'm not saying do it instead. I'm saying do it in both places. A lot of blog softwares, if you're using WordPress or anything like that, what they can do is automatically update your Facebook page by placing a link each time that you put in a blog entry. Do both. I mean, content is king, and the more places you can put your content, the better. I mean, part of our social media service that we offer is we update content up to 40 different social networks simultaneously for you. So it's called creating a digital footprint, and the bigger the footprint, the better. So great question, And definitely update the content on your blog, update it on your Facebook page, and then the point of the emails that you send out is to direct people to that content. But do yourself a favor, don't just send a link out. It's going to have a really low click-through rate in your email. Instead, what you want to do is you want to place the first portion of the blog, like maybe the first 3 lines with an image, and then something that says click to continue reading. You'll boost your click-through rate 10 times, I guarantee it. Okay, next. I offer a few different types of yoga classes. Many students only want to come into one type of class, and therefore they only pay drop-in because they feel they will only come once a week. How can I sell them on trying other classes? Okay, I love this question. The first thing you need to do is don't offer them the opportunity to buy one class passes where they come in and they buy it each time. Instead, make sure you're giving them at least a 10 or a 20 punch pass, okay? And give them an expiration date that's long enough that they'll be able to use it up at a frequency of once a week. And if you're already doing that, no worries. The next thing is now they're coming in once a week to that one type of class. You tell me, actually you can't talk back, but let me just put it out this way. Use the free approach, okay? Find a time where the class after the class they usually come to would be a good fit. You know, the different styles of yoga, there's some that have a little bit of overlap that are similar enough to each other. Find a time in your schedule where 2 of those classes are close enough and invite them or even challenge them to try doing 2 in one day. If they're not the kind of person that has a physical body that can handle 2 classes in one day, it's as simple as just telling them, hey, next week, just for the heck of it, can we change it up? Instead of coming in Wednesday, can you come in Thursday? I really want you to try it just once. And just to show you how committed I am to diversifying your experience, I'll pay for your class. You have to say it that way. Don't say you'll give it to them for free. Tell them you will pay the teacher that teaches that class just so they can experience it. Because you know and I know the best sales experience for them will be just doing it. If they do the class, it'll be pretty much, that's going to convert them. One other thing you can do to also kind of footnote that is send them lots of information about the benefits of the other styles. Demystify what is different about it. Let them watch a class. Send a video of the class. Help reduce the things that they feel they're unfamiliar with. That's the best thing we can do. Okay, next up. Okay, we've got 20 drop-ins per week. Not sure how to enter that on the Word doc. Okay. If you've got 20 drop-ins per week, I'm guessing when you say not sure how to enter that on the Word doc, you're not talking about the Word document for this webinar. Instead of putting them in any Word document, put them in a software system, okay? So people come in, you give them a sheet, okay? No matter what, you have this invisible border. You cannot cross it without filling out our guest registration form, which includes information for our insurance and information for us to best treat your needs. You know, tell us a little bit about you. Up at the top of the form is a great way to kind of add a little warmth to that. If you want to go high-tech, have this form on an iPad. We provide that service and just give it to them. They can fill it out on the iPad. But one way or another, you've got to get the information about every single person who drops in, and then from there, the auto emails can do their thing in the event the post-class interview does not. And if that didn't answer your question, please just type up a follow-up. I'd be more happy to ask more, or you can email me. Okay, last. Great presentation, super ideas, lots of work ahead. Are you planning more webinars? Oh, thank you so much. I really appreciate your feedback and your kind words. We're definitely planning more webinars. You can, and it's John.Malik that teaches, just so you know. We're definitely going to provide more webinars. My colleague Darren is going to be providing some as well. And you know, if you can help us understand what type of topics would be most helpful to you, send me an email, let me know. We'd be more than happy to serve your purposes. And if you need any help in taking a chip out of that work ahead, let us know. Maybe there's one way or another we can help you. I think that's it for questions. And this time I believe we're truly going to sign off. Thank you so much for visiting us today online. Please check out our website, yoga.perfectmind.com. Don't be shy. Send me an email or find me on Facebook. Once again, this is John Malik for Perfect Mind Yoga signing off. Thank you so much.